So why does my weight go up and down all the time? In this video, I'm going to share with you 6 reasons why, as a woman, your weight fluctuates. Welcome back to my channel, everybody. This is Jean here from Authentic Energy. I'm here to help you become body confident, healthier, and happier with the right wellness strategies so you don't have to constantly stress about diet, weight loss, and food restrictions, and also what other people think of you. If you want weekly tips on body confident lifestyle, make sure you hit the subscribe button and that notification bell so you know when my next video comes out. Okay guys, so a lot of you guys have constantly, messaging me, DM me, emailing me, and asking me things like, how come my body weight is different today? I weighed myself yesterday, and also in the next few days, I was lighter, and a couple of days later, my body weight goes up. What am I doing wrong? Okay guys, before you start freaking out, I want to tell you that there's nothing wrong, okay? You are simply human. But secondly, if you are constantly obsessed and stressed by the number on your scale, my advice for you is to stop weighing yourself. That's right. So if you have seen my video from before where I talk about how you can ditch your scale but still be able to track whether if it's your healthy weight management or your health progress, you can go and check out this video first. Okay, so I highly recommend that. And if you're someone who is okay, you're mentally at peace with, weighing yourself at a regular sort of like interval, I hope you're not weighing yourself every day, okay? If you do, you are only adding more stress to yourself. So if you have already made peace with the weight scale and you're okay using it as a tool to track your health progress, your healthy weight goal, right? Then I actually suggest you to continue watching this video and find out why our weight fluctuates. So before we jump into explaining the 6 reasons with you guys, I do have to mention this, that my recommendation for weighing yourself is that you shouldn't do more than once every week or once every 10 days, right? Do not weigh yourself every day. Okay, what we're doing here is to promote a body positive and also a holistic weight management, right? So that weighing yourself every day is not going to help you. It can only cause more and more mental stress for you. And if you do want to weigh yourself, I highly recommend that you do your weighing in the morning, okay? In the morning after you go to the toilet, before you eat your breakfast. Try to wear minimal clothing so that the clothes weight is not going to add to your body weight, right? So that's my recommendation. And of course, as I mentioned, that I have another video which I talk about what you can use to track your weight or your body progress. There's more than just using the weight scale to track yourself. Okay, so don't get stuck with just the weight scale. If you do want a more accurate way to track your body changes, I actually recommend you to work with a coach and actually get a body composition done. Okay, get a body composition scan done once, every couple weeks or once every month, so you can see the changes in your body composition, such as, like what is the change in your body fat percentage, in your muscle mass, in your water, in your metabolism, in your organ fat. Those are the things that actually, will be more accurate to tell you the full story rather than just seeing that, number, just simply that weight number on the scale. Okay, so this is my recommendation. Reason number 1 that your weight fluctuates is because you've had an increased water intake, or you have consumed foods that are very high in water content. Okay, so things like you ate a ton of watermelon the day before or a couple of days before, and maybe you've consumed a lot of soup, smoothies, and juice, right? These are all very large in the water volume. And maybe suddenly over the past few days, you've actually increased your water intake. So at the end of the day, the increase that you see in your weight is actually your water weight. It's simple like that. Reason number 2 for your weight fluctuation is that you may have consumed more salty food. You may have consumed food that's very high in sodium. And what happens when your body has a lot of salt is that your body actually retains more water in order to maintain that salt concentration in your bloodstream. Okay, so the water, the extra water that's in your body needs to dilute the salt until the salt is flushed out of your body. So that water retention that your body has is basically you can see it as a temporary weight increase. Right, so at the end of the day, again, this comes down to the increased water weight in your body. Okay, but I do have to make a note while I'm talking about food in high sodium is that we always recommend people not to consume too much salty food. Don't avoid the high sodium kind of food, because if you're over consuming high sodium food, it can really lead to a lot of health conditions such as stroke or heart disease, and not to mention that when you actually have consumed too much high sodium food, it can actually cause a calcium loss, right? It actually draws the calcium from your bones. So we don't want that. So remember to avoid consuming high sodium food, avoid the high salty food. Reason number 3, you've had more carbs than usual. Now, hang on there, guys. Some of you might freak out and go, oh my God, I'm gonna stop eating carbs. I'm gonna go on keto diet. No, that's not what I'm saying. I'm not saying that you have to stop eating carbs altogether just because it makes you heavier. Now, listen to the science of this. Carbs actually store water in your body. Now, the science goes that every molecule of glycogen, so glycogen is the end product of carb digestion. You can see glycogen as the stored carbohydrate, okay? When glycogen is stored in our body, it is actually stored in our muscles with water, okay? So the storage of glycogen requires water. You can think of this. Each molecule of glycogen requires 3 grams of water. So it depends on how many molecules of carbs that you got, and you can imagine there's a whole bundle of water that's binded to your glycogen, right? So all of these are stored in your body. So carbs store water in your body, but not to worry because you have to use up that stored carbs, right? So once glycogen is used up as energy, right? So it's broken down into glucose, right? Glucose gives your body that burst of energy. So that's why when you're exercising, when you are going about your day, your body needs, the energy from carbs, right? Once you use it up, then obviously it takes the water along with it. Okay, not to worry about it. It's only when you're not moving your body, you're not, burning that energy, you're not using up your glycogen, then, it may get stored in your body for a longer period of time. That's probably when you see that your weight is heavier for a while. Now, reason number 4, girl, you're about to start your period. Okay, so this one happens to all of us, especially 1 week before our period. The hormonal changes in our body can cause water retention and also cravings. Right, so during this time, the water retention in our body can cause that weight shift, and also the hormones make us crave. So we tend to eat a lot of things that we don't normally eat, right? Which makes our body heavier. So, depending on where you are in your cycle, usually the week before, or the majority for some of us, or the half of our cycle, that's where we find our weight a bit heavier, right? And once your period is finished, trust me, you can actually take a look at your weight, go on the scale, and see the changes in your body. Now, reason number 5, your weight fluctuates is due to constipation. Now, this one's the big one. I have to emphasize this to a lot of you that a lot of times the constipation in your body is caused by dehydration, a lack of water intake. So when your body is actually dehydrated, it actually retains water, right? So how does it happen? Okay, so when your body is dehydrated, your large intestine actually draws water from your stools. So your body has the stools, right? It contains water, so it draws the water from the stools in order for the large intestines to function, right? As a result, you actually retain the water, which is not the healthy kind of water. And when you are constipated, you obviously are lacking bowel movement, right? So you're not going to the toilet regularly, and and you're not getting rid of, the toxins and the waste. So as a result, the waste, the stools are sitting inside your body. They're still sitting in the system, not getting anywhere. That actually causes your body to be heavier. So very often, on our programs, a lot of people, when they start their healthy breakfast with us and also their healthy journey, the first month is when they actually start to cleanse their body and getting rid of a lot of constipation issues and the waste that's been sitting there for some time. And then suddenly they realize that suddenly they find themselves a lot lighter, right? So it's really due to constipation that your weight can actually become heavier. Number 6, your weight fluctuates is due to the fact that you're recovering from a hard workout. Let's say you worked out very hard yesterday and today you're having a rest, but then suddenly you found that your weight is heavier and you must be wondering to yourself, right? Like, I thought I just did a hardcore workout. I should be lighter today. Why is it I'm heavier? Not to worry, sis. So what happens is during your workout, there's actually micro tears happening in your muscles, meaning that there are tiny little small tears in the muscles. Your muscles break down during the workout, but they have to repair and rebuild itself afterwards, right? So this micro tear actually gives your body a bit of inflammation, okay? So the inflammation causes water retention in your muscles, but your muscles will have to repair itself. So afterwards, when your muscle repairs itself, this is where, the buildup of the tissues and also the buildup of the fluid, happens. And then as a result of that, as a result of this inflammation and also your muscle tear repair, your body becomes heavier. Okay, so it's that simple. So always remember, the days after a very hard workout, your body tends to be heavier due to the inflammation and the water retention and due to your muscle, muscle repair. Now, I want to give you guys a bonus reason why your weight fluctuates. That is because, remember this, you are human. You are human, so there can be a lot of changes happening inside and outside your body. And just remember this, our body is constantly interacting with our environment. So there's a lot of factors happening in our environment that are actually affecting our body weight, okay? And it doesn't mean that you're being a bad girl. It doesn't mean that, you haven't been disciplining yourself or you've done something wrong. And one thing I want you guys to remember really is that you're on your health journey and there can be a lot of things happening, and one thing for sure is that you do not associate your self-worth with that number on the weight scale. Okay, so the weight scale just means that there are a lot of changes, a lot of things happening in your environment that is actually affecting your weight. It could go up, it could go down, according to all the 6 reasons I just shared with you, right? And just remember this, as a woman, we can actually see that weight fluctuation happening in our body from 1 pound up to 5 pounds in a single day, right? So a lot of times we have a big meal, okay? And that meal is still not getting properly digested in our body. And that can cause a huge weight change as well, right? So I don't want you guys to be hard on yourselves. Be kind, please. Be kind to yourself, be kind to your body, and that is how we can start building more body confidence. Alright guys, so I hope you guys all enjoyed today's video. Let me know in the comment below if you have experienced anything similar to what I've just described in this video, or if you know any other reasons that can cause weight fluctuations. I would love to hear from you guys. And if you're interested to work with me, you can join my Body Confidence Mastery program, where I work with you exclusively with women to conquer all your body insecurities, all your unsureness and uncertainty about health and wellness, and together we can live a kick-ass life as a body confident goddesses. And of course, if you enjoyed the video, comment, like, and share. And if you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you know when my next video comes out. So thank you so much guys, and I'll see you next week. Bye.